Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thundernerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm Kurt.
How's it going?
Good, man. How you been?
Hanging in there. Doing the best I can with what I got.
I hear you. I like the hat there.
Mm-hmm. This is my typical look when I go out and about in the world.
Well, I only saw you out and about in the working world.
Right.
And you should have worn that all day at your desk. Everywhere you went.
I would now, but
it looks good. Looks good.
I actually just got this. My dad gave this to me for getting out of the hospital, surviving.
Nice.
So
that's that's a great reason to get a gift, or especially a cool hat. Hey, You're alive. Here you go.
You're alive.
That's awesome.
Here you go.
You're alive.
All right, we already have a comment. J Mac says, "Hey, good to be here." All
nice.
Right. Welcome.
So let me ask you: Did you take my recommendation and watch the movie that I have been telling you to watch for 10 years now?
I don't know. Yeah, I did. I did watch it.
Did you get all the way through?
I did actually.
Okay.
I was surprised.
Okay, good. Before we even go into anything, I think we should play the trailer.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Let's play the trailer. So
let's see.
One is that girl on a guitar.
But two things stand between it. His basic needs.
So let's just again, we're both IT guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I can cue stuff up. But anyways, we're gonna go back to the beginning here because you gotta get the whole storyline here. Take two.
Summer vacation, and Charlie has some simple desires.
All I want is that girl on a guitar.
But two things stand between it. His basic needs.
Repressed sexual tension.
And a perfect chance to make a lot of money.
I want to talk to you. Goodbye, Mrs. Cleaver. Say hi to Ward for me.
First, there's his concerned parents.
Your father and I are going away tomorrow.
Second is his conniving sister.
There happens to be a moral decline in this country.
There will be no drinking, no overnight guests, and no parties. Is that understood?
Hush!
It's Beach Balls.
Radical!
They're here.
And you're all invited.
Whatever you do, don't touch your fingers to your mouth.
Weird.
I can't take him anywhere.
What?
All right, so that's the trailer for Beach Balls. You can go ahead and take that down.
Yeah, and that was the what you instructed me to watch.
Yes, and again, to set the table here, this movie came out in 1981, and it was written and produced by Roger Corman, who wrote the original screenplay Little Shop of Horrors. So this isn't just some guy trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a guy who had some decent credits before him, who probably was just trying to make what was popular in the early 80s, which was dumb, campy comedy about the guy trying to get the Heidi is the one that everybody. Heidi Helmer is her name. She plays the girl everyone wants, which is Wendy. And Charlie, he wants to get the girl, but man, he's got to be in a band. So let me get your thoughts.
Honestly, I was surprised that it wasn't that bad. I was expecting it to be a B movie and it was going to be exceptionally horrible. But it was all right. I can't really complain. It was a decent movie to watch. I mean, it was a little slow at times, but I thought it was pretty good overall. I was surprised.
I figured it would have hit home with you, the whole scene with his family at home. and his mother. Now, again, I'm sure you never had a vinyl record growing up.
Right.
I did. And the big thing back in the day was, hey, man, you play that record backwards. There's satanic messages in there.
Right.
One of the first scenes, he comes home from hanging out at the beach, and there's his mom spinning the record backwards, telling her husband, see, it says Satan's bitching. So it's got all the points of just, a typical comedy. You got the main star, and you got the kooky sidekick, his buddy Scully.
Which
movie.
I had to look up.
Yeah,
he looks familiar. He looks just like Skull from in the Bulk and Skull Power Rangers thing. It's just like, he looks very similar.
He does.
I had to look it up to make sure it wasn't him. So fun fact, it wasn't. But
and there's nobody really big in this movie. Now there is one gentleman that it seems every decade there's a genre of movies where there's one dude who's in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's name is Ralph Morrow, and he plays the probation officer. I'm sure you had no idea who he was. I'll stop doing this. I think that's probably a problem. I'm sitting here like John Cena. It's the Italian. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm Italian. You don't know who he is, but you recognized him. You've seen him somewhere before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he really doesn't have big roles. He's always some crazy side character who's one of the funniest every time.
And who in this one he just was like, I want to drink, I want to smoke, or whatever. It's just like,
he's the probation officer, and he's trying. He has to get Charlie on the straight and narrow, make sure he stays off drugs and alcohol. But yet he's an alcoholic, a drug addict. His wife is leaving him. Everything is falling apart in his life, but he's counseling. And as you see, as the movie goes along, who counsels who?
Right.
But it's got a good storyline. And, my favorite character is the lifeguard. Just so over dramatic and tough guy lifeguard. And the scene where they go to the hotel with Charlie's sister is worth watching the movie for.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was funny because it's like he's thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna get all my wishes and way and whatnot. I need to plug this in so that way my computer doesn't die on me.
And of course, the main attraction in the movie, and a lot of times back in the day, back in the 80s, movies like this would showcase a certain style of music. And back in the 80s, it was all the hair metal and rock like that.
Right.
And you might have like someone who is trying to break out big in the industry with their band, and they would get gigs doing just what that guy did, who, severed heads in a bag is what the band, that's who they were.
Right.
And Doug R. Starr is his real name, played Keith, the leader of the band. I looked him up and really never did it. Nobody in this movie really ever did anything, but it was on cable TV when I was growing up, when cable first came on and you had, 10, 15 channels. For some reason, this movie was on Cinemax all the time. And it was on so much that my buddies and I watched it all the time. And then when it went off, we rented it from like Blockbuster Video, and one of us ended up paying for it because we never returned it. It was just one of those movies that, like Airplane, we throw lines from the movie around all the time, but Beach Balls was it. That is my all-time favorite 80s B comedy movie.
Nice.
To start off showing movies to people, recommending B movies.
Yeah, for sure. I honestly didn't think it was that bad.
I
was expecting much worse, especially coming from you. I was like, man, what's gonna happen with this? I was expecting like it just to be like you know how B movies are. It's like they're usually no talent and just like a bunch of like naked chicks and
a story that really goes nowhere.
Right. And I was surprised. It's like they were all, well, in what my consider to be very conservatively covered and stuff like that. Like there wasn't any G strings or anything like that. So I was like, man, why does Kurt like this movie so much? It's like,
growing up as a teenager, that was, I had believe it or not, I had the big 80s hair, and I was going to be the rock star. So anything that had to do anything with cool music or anything, especially a movie, if there was a movie and it was surrounding something of that music genre, I was drawn to it, plus, like I said, it was funny and it was on all the time.
Yeah.
So
which you probably ended up quoting it a lot.
Oh yeah, we did.
What's quotable in that movie?
Oh, it tells you how long it's been since I've watched it.
It's like it doesn't just even.
A lot. The sister has many quoted lines. I mean, I'm sure we can look up, the movie and quotes online, and there'd be a ton. But yeah, there's some. But
I just think of the parents, the overbearing parents that are just like, oh, that's Satan's music and stuff like that. And they're going off on that. It's just like.
Definitely led by the mother. Definitely led by the mother, while the father just kind of put up with it. But then he's looking out the window at the girls on the beach.
Right.
Oh, I thought I saw some kids smoking drugs. Which that's another thing. Anytime you saw except for Footloose, anytime there was a movie or a sitcom or anything where there was the one overbearing religious parent, it was always the mother.
Right.
A very strict mother. And the older sister who is goody and but really is mean and nasty to the core, like his sister was. But give her credit, she found a way to convince lifeguard Doug that everything was going to be okay.
Right.
She sure did.
Yeah.
But speaking of bad movies, since this one you actually liked, and I'm glad. What I was hoping to do is each week show you a trailer, see if you're interested and you watch it, see if anybody out there watches it, and then next time we get together we can talk about it. So again, a lot of these first early movies that I'm going to be throwing out are movies that as a kid I saw all the time. They were when cable came out and there were only a certain amount of channels, they didn't have a ton of programming. You would look in the TV guide and you would see, they're going to show Raiders of the Lost Ark
for the next 6 hours.
3 or 4 other lower budget movies.
Right.
And then, something just as good as Raiders, but that's all that's going to play over the next month.
Right.
And so you just watch these movies all the time. And this next one is exactly that. I actually saw this movie with my parents. And, our TV was in the bedroom. My parents' bedroom, they controlled what we watched as kids. So
yeah,
they let us watch this. And, well, I'm surprised. But anyways, let's play this one. Yeah, let's play this one here and see what I think you have to play it, man. It's not letting me do it.
Let's see.
Summer vacation.
Nope, that's Charlie.
It's Beach Balls. So what's this? Maybe it's this one.
Yeah, that one.
Primitive.
Again, my timing. Let's start it over.
The dawn of civilization. Primitive. Dangerous. Exciting. Wet. And sloppy.
Now, right off the bat, do you know who that man is?
I do not off the top of my head.
That is Ringo Starr, the drummer for the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
I swear I'm going to tape my hand behind my back so I stop putting it in front of the camera. But anyways, this very first star you see is a huge star, especially in 1981. Ringo
Right.
Starr.
Caveman. The handwriting is on the wall. If the human race is ever going to amount to anything, it needs a leader. Will it be Thunder? He is strong. How about Gog? Gog is out of sight. And Atuk. Atuk sounds good. Atuk will be the leader of the Stone Age. He will teach man to walk erect.
There's a young Dennis Quaid.
He will discover fire. He will invent roast chicken. And fried eggs. Sunny side up. He will inspire the men. And Zug Zug the women.
Atuk Zug Zug?
Yeah. Atuk, Zug Zug, Lana.
He will protect them from all the beasts of the earth. Ringo Starr, Barbara Bach, Dennis Quaid, Shelley Long, John Matuzak, Avery Schreiber, and Jack Gilford. Caveman. They don't call it the Stone Age for nothing.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
That looks
So that's
interesting.
Caveman. And what's great about that movie is there are only probably 3 or 4 actual words that are spoken. Everything else is a caveman phrase. Like
Yeah.
they kept saying Zug Zug.
Yeah.
That's having sex. You know,
Oh.
his name was Atuk. And Shelley Long asked him, Atuk, Zug Zug? He said no. And he pointed to the other girl. So yeah, it's a pretty funny movie. Pretty funny movie.
Goodness.
So give that a watch. And anybody that's also watching this, give it a watch and let us know what you think.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
And
I'll-
also
I'll-
if
I'll have
there's
to look.
movies that you think we should look at, Dustin and I should look at,
Yeah.
send us those, send us a link or send us a synopsis about it. We'll check it out and maybe we'll end up watching it and reviewing it.
Right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, I was so like I didn't even notice Ringo Starr was there because I was so busy focused on that plant that's kissing him in the beginning. I was just like, what the heck is this?
Yeah. Yeah. The special effects, which there were none,
Right.
which makes those movies even funnier now. I mean, back then that was the best there was. It wasn't like we watched that as kids and we're like, oh, that looks so real. You knew it was fake, but now when you see that, it's so fake. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, it does.
But-
That's literally half the fun of watching older movies. Cause
right.
I know I would get friends together and we would watch the Friday the 13th movies on Friday the 13th. And we would just be sitting there laughing at it's like, oh, Kevin Bacon just died with an arrow through the throat. It's just like, that's epic.
There's a horrible follow-up to Friday the 13th. that you probably don't even know existed that came out, I want to say again, in the 80s, starring a lot of big stars, and it was called Saturday the 14th.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
haven't
no, I
heard of
haven't
it, and there's probably a reason for that, but that might be one that we also look at maybe coming up on a when there's a Friday the 13th coming up or something. But yeah, that was they pushed that on trailers on every movie coming out, the comedy hit of the year, and well, yeah. It was not.
It was not.
Saturday the 14th.
Jeez. That's insane.
Did you get a chance to watch any other movies? Just or anything, TV or anything? This week?
Well, I have a plethora of things that I've been watching, but recently I just got on the TED train, and it's about soccer. It's about a coach from Alabama.
You mean football?
Yeah, football.
Yeah, soccer. It's soccer.
Football is life. Yeah, and so it's about this dude who is from like Kentucky or Alabama or something like that, and ended up getting hired to be the head coach of this Europe league, and it's just like basically way over his head, and it's wild. So it's been interesting to watch that, but I fell in love with it. Like it's like I'm ready to watch it regularly.
Has it helped you learn anything about soccer?
Yeah, well, not
because I don't know much.
Yeah, I wouldn't say learn, but it helped get me interested in soccer to the point where it's like, oh, I could probably watch that. But it's like
if it was condensed into a few snippets of a 1 hour show.
Right.
I love 0-0 matches on a hot 90-degree day for an hour,
right,
or however long it is.
It's just so funny because like you have, because you know how it's completely different to hear someone like English born like speaking, like they're always saying, oh, this cunt this and F that and all that other stuff, and it's just hilarious to like sit back and as a good straight American like to properly do this and that and the other thing, and yeah, right. It's just like it's comical. Yeah. But it's also, I don't know, it's really weird because it's kind of like inspiring a little bit. Like it's a very feel good type show, which
right.
I wasn't expecting. I was expecting something like well, I haven't watched Barry yet, but I was expecting something like Barry. That's what I thought I was watching, and then it was Ted, and I'm like, oh, this isn't that show. So it was a good surprise, I think. But so I watched that. I'm finishing up Titans on HBO Max, and then I have several shows on Tuesdays. Watch Rookie Feds, Will Trent, and Lois and Clark, or Superman and Lois is what it's called.
Will Trent looks good. I think I'm going to start checking that out.
It's really good. I was surprised. Like I didn't think I would watch it because I was just like so annoyed with all the ads because it was advertised all the time. I was like, man, this is so annoying. And then I ended up watching it and getting sucked in because I was just like, wow, this is really good. It's just a really good show.
Lois and Clark, that's not the original Lois and Clark with Dean Cain.
No, this is Superman and Lois as Tyler Hoechlin. I don't know how to say his last name. And and it has this other girl.
Phone off there, sorry.
Well, that's pretty much how I feel. Like when my phone goes off, it's like I just had to turn off all settings, all the settings that control sound. I just had to turn them all off. So
nice.
I just have to. It's weird because it's like I don't check my phone. I have to actually pick up the phone to look to see if someone messaged me or something like that.
Right.
Which now it's inconvenient because back when I was in the hospital and stuff, just getting out, no one was messaging me. And so it was nice and easy and controlled. It's like, now it's like, okay, I kind of need to know if this person messaged me. So it's like,
right.
It's a pain trying to decide whether to turn it on or turn it off and all that. But
having that choice is nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, so we watched there was a movie we watched recently. Oh, there's a Citadel is interesting that I'm looking to check that out. There's a couple other things. I don't know. I'd have to look back at my list to see everything that I've watched recently. What about you?
I'm still on the I kind of go through phases. I'm still on watching a lot of the network stuff. There's not really a big like a Game of Thrones or a big series right now that I'm sort of following. But my favorites, I like all the Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, pretty much Law and Order, stuff like that. So there's new episodes of that coming out each week. But I did venture into. I'm not a huge Adam Driver fan.
Oh yeah.
But I thought I would give 65 a chance. Man, I lost interest maybe 45 minutes in.
Oh, wow.
It's like, all right, we get it. You're stuck on Earth 65 million years ago, and there's dinosaurs after you. And how are they going to know you're there? And how are you going to get back? Yeah. Will Smith's kid could have played this role, and I wouldn't have bothered watching it. So,
right.
I was really disappointed in it.
That's a bummer.
Well, again, the movies that I'm disappointed in, you love. So, and the movies that you love, there's several that I just cannot stand, and they're ones that blow your mind. We won't mention Princess Bride, but we won't mention the name of the movies.
Come on. So, Princess Bride is classic.
That's being redone, I heard, or is it rebooted? I just recently I saw somewhere that some I'll have to look it up because there was a big name attached to it. And I thought, oh, yay.
Yeah, either way, it's blasphemy. Yeah, you're like my other buddies on the podcast, Bo and John and Zach. They're all over there trashing Star Wars and stuff, and it's just like,
what?
I liked it. So
wait, trashing Star Wars?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the storyline. Oh, wait, trashing Star Wars on the level of how you discuss movies with your friends, or trashing how I would trash a movie?
No, like how I do.
Okay. All right.
Just
I love this movie. Here's why you shouldn't love the movie, and you're dumb, Kurt. Okay, thanks. You're right. I'll go watch it again. You're right. I didn't like it.
I feel bad that I ever made you feel that way.
Oh no, it's not, dude. It's not like serious. I'm like devastated. I'm like, wow, man.
Well, I mean, I've had that happen a couple times. I was at dinner with a friend of ours, and his name is Brian, and he was just like, "Oh, what'd you think of Star Wars?" Because the new episode 9 just came out, the Force Awakens, and I'm just like, I saw red, and I just unloaded on everything that was wrong with the movie and why it was horrible, and just over and over, like I was counting off points, like bullet points like this and that, and he's just sitting there, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Well, I liked it." I'm just like, "Oh, right, sorry." I'm glad you liked it.
I've been there.
I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Funny.
Oh goodness. So that's anytime I've made you feel bad, I feel bad. And then with Brian, I feel bad about that too.
Don't feel bad. It's not anything that made me like, I was staring in the mirror that night, questioning my existence, going, oh man, no, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is. I
sure
think
do.
I think I'm brutal on certain things. Very nitpicky. I used to be nitpicky. Now I just watch.
Well, you're a writer, and it's not a negative thing. You're a writer, so you look for detail and holes and things that credibility.
Uh-huh.
None of those things that I look for in a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's play. Let's take a quick break for a little ad here, if I can find it.
Manscaped.
Yeah.
Nice.
We here at Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thundernerds want to thank our sponsor, Manscaped. Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard the phrase, don't use a hammer when you need a screwdriver? I mean, what if I told you that all those basic trimmers and razors you buy for your upstairs grooming isn't going to have the finesse and precision you need for your bottom half, looking as good as your top deck? You're thinking, oh no, if only someone made such precision engineered tools to help me down there so I can, guess what? Manscaped exists. At least I hope they do, or else I'm not entirely sure who is sponsoring this show. I mean, it's easy to think of as fresh and as clean as I feel all over right now. It's a dream, but nope. Manscaped. And this is far from a secret. I mean, 8 million men. 8 million men. That's 16 million balls just asking for the same kind of attention you pay to your nerd collection. I'll say it again because I know you didn't hear me out of shock. 8 million men worldwide know that if you're not keeping your bottom half as well groomed, then you're only doing half the job. I know, this whole idea of taking better care of your basement sounds new and strange and wonderful, and you don't know where to start. Then guess what? We're going to help you out because you're a fellow Thunder Nerd. How about starting with a waterproofed, wholly water-resistant gadget, Batman, a waterproof trimmer that you can use in the shower called the Lawnmower 4.0. 4.0? Doesn't that mean... Yes, it does. 4th generation with all the expected improvements, including a 4,000K LED spotlight, which is ridiculous. It's overkill. But it's gonna help you with even the bushiest of bushes. And paired with a ceramic blade and skin-safe technology, you're gonna keep those grooming accidents down. I appreciate it. And like I said, it's waterproof, so you can use it in the shower to keep the mess contained to the drain. You want the same kind of care for your nose and ears? Yeah, you guessed it, Manscaped. Want and use the same skin-safe, waterproof technology that they use to make the Weed Whacker, a nose and ear hair trimmer that keeps the cutting and does less of that plucking and tucking and pulling, all those other trimmers that you use. You hate it, right? I know you know. You've been there, you're thinking you buy the cheaper dollar store trimmer and then poink! Tears in your eyes because it plucked the nose hair. It just gets dragged out of your face like a rooted tree. Manscaped won't have that. And when you're looking good, why not revive those mistreated, neglected globes that you've just been ignoring? Like, why not bring that back? You can bring them back because they have a crop provider skin toner to kind of revitalize everything downstairs, and then a crop preserver deodorant to keep you boys fresh. I mean, you weren't just keeping deodorant under your arms, were you? I know this is a lot to take in. You're not sure what you need. Then why not all this? Why not get everything I just said? Well, the Performance Package 4.0 includes everything that I've just talked about, but Manscaped will even throw in some performance underwear so you won't just shove your junk aside to be forgotten again. And then you can carry all this stuff in the little spiffy travel bag that comes with it as a free gift. The best part, since you're hearing me right now, that means for the next month, when you go to Manscaped and you grab the tools for your family jewels, you'll get 20% off your entire order. And I've been told that, yes, I can confirm Manscaped will also ship your purchase to your home for free. All you got to do is use promo code Thundernerds. That's Thundernerds, all one word, and you will get 20% off your entire order plus free shipping. And this is an exclusive only for you guys listening. Our fans, our fellow Thunder Nerds, just for you. Look, if you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, your confidence goes up. So head on over to manscaped.com, select whatever you want from their site, and throw in the promo code ThunderNerds to receive free shipping and an additional 20% off your entire order. Thanks again to Manscaped for sponsoring the show.
All right. So yeah, that's oh, gee, I wonder who is that guy? I know we should get him on the show sometime.
He should do, professional ads there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I thought that ad was so funny. It was really good. But yeah, I was just looking through my watched movies and stuff. Yeah, so if you find me on an app called TV Showtime, that's pretty much where I track my TV shows.
Yep.
It's fun.
I follow you on there as well.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we both started using it at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm also watching Not Dead Yet, Ted Lasso, Titans, and Citadel is something that's I'm looking forward to starting. And then the last thing he told me, it has Jennifer Garner and Jamie Lannister, the dude who played Jamie Lannister. In Game of Thrones. And so yeah, that's actually pretty good. Let's see, we've watched the first 4 episodes so far. I've really enjoyed it. It's on Apple TV Plus. And as far as new trailers, new things, let's see. What's your take on Fast X? Fast Furious 10.
I'm going to go see it in the theaters with my son. It's a tradition we have.
Yeah.
And it's more for, just to go and just have fun watching the ridiculous, impossible stunts that they are able to pull off with such grace and ease.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. It's just become a franchise like Sharknado to me.
Right.
Where you just go and
saying hi,
Mom. How are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure she's fine. My aunt, we just got news, is not fine, doing well. So she broke her femur or something like that.
Ooh,
so
ouch.
Yeah.
That is not fun, I'm sure.
Yeah. But so we're hoping and praying that they're okay there.
Definitely. Way to kill the vibe, Dustin. I'm kidding.
She says, I'm good. Nice to see you, Kurt.
Nice to see you.
And this is a movie. This is a TV show from. It's like by the makers of Lost, but it's on MGM Plus, which is also Amazon Prime. So you can see the first season on Amazon Prime, and then I think you have to tune into MGM Plus to see the second season that's airing right now. So I got to figure out how to watch that without subscribing to another thing or need to cancel one.
There's how long, unless it's already out there, how long before there's a service that you subscribe to and you just piece together different networks into a package? Not right. A network like, Disney is with ESPN or something like that, but like literally, yep. I want to watch. We're never going to get the ability to have actual, as they happen, live shows. I want this show. But if you could somehow, I want this network, but I'm really going to only watch 4 shows on this network.
Right. I think that would be, it's what we all left normal cable services for, to go to this. And then we're right back in the same spot that we were in however many years ago. So it's funny, right. But yeah, I agree. It would be nice to just be like, okay, I want to watch this. So I want this. And then you only have to pay for a little portion of this or that and the other thing. You know, because I don't need all of the shows on Disney Plus.
Right,
I'll
exactly.
subscribe to like Bluey for my kids, and then the Star Wars stuff for me, and then the rest of it I don't really care about. I could go hunt it down if I really wanted to.
Right.
Well, not hunt it down, but I mean like, you know, through legal methods and things like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
legal methods of viewing and listening to music.
Yeah.
It's the only way to go.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually subscribe to Apple Music, so
do I.
And it's just having Apple Music is so nice, and
yes, it is. It is. It really is.
This isn't paid or anything. This is just my honest opinion. I enjoy Apple Music. I use it all the time. It's just like, oh, hey, that's cool music. I won't go look it up, and then boom, oh, it's here. I also use it in conjunction with what's that app? What's it called? Why am I blanking? Shazam. Yeah, it's called Shazam. So
yeah,
I'll be like, oh, I like this song. I grab my Shazam thing, turn it on, find out what the song is, and then add it to a playlist for in my Apple Music. And it's like,
nice.
This is nice.
You know, I have Apple Music is the one I use the most.
Yeah.
I have, it's just like the TV subscriptions. I have Spotify. Well, mainly, you know, I still have a subscription, you know, Amazon and Spotify, just for when I had my own stuff up there, or, you know, Voodoo Brothers stuff that's up there. You know, you want to make sure it's on all the platforms so you have it all. But with Apple Music, what I started doing, and we mentioned this last time, is, you know, on Fridays when new music is released, and I usually do it at night. I'll go to browse, and I'll just go scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit genre.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just go through a bunch of different genres one at a time, go to new releases, and just try to listen to one or two of whatever's coming out. I mean, there's some that I just look at and skip over, stuff that I really don't care for.
Yeah.
You know, if I see a band that I just don't like, I'm not going to listen. But,
right.
You know, just always trying to find new music. There hasn't been much in the past couple of weeks, you know, but there's a lot of reissues and a lot of, you know, remasters coming out.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not a huge fan of recorded live music, you know, watching it. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not going to, you know, I don't know if I want to listen to it live. I'd rather listen to the actual recording. I'd like to watch a live video. But so a lot of times these reissues come out and you might have, you know, the original 8 songs that were on the original release 20 years ago that do sound better and remastered. Then you get, you know, 35 raw, you know, live bootlegs. It's like, I don't care about any of that, but
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, you know, nothing crazy that stands out as far as new for me in the past week or two.
Have you ever heard of the band Our Last Night?
No.
You should give it a listen. They're really good, I think. In my opinion, they're really good. They do covers like at least once a week. They release a new cover, like whatever's trending. They'll usually end up doing a cover of it, but they also have original music, and it's just overall that's so good.
It sounds like the guy from was it Frog Leap? What's his name? He does all the hard rock metal covers of different songs. I think you and I've watched them.
Oh, okay.
He does like really, really good covers and tours and plays all the big, you know, outdoor European metal festivals. It's kind of funny.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll send you. We'll have to start listing all these bands out here and stuff that we like. You know, and that's the other thing too, like with Apple Music, like you said, you can add to playlists, and you know, I just try to keep a running playlist of stuff that I just throw on shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then, you know, some real drilled down kind of playlists, but it's flexible, and across all the different platforms like Spotify and Amazon Music, I seem to find more stuff on Apple Music.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I don't know. That could be just because it's better organized. Because I know I can't find jack crap on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm surprised that anyone's ever found our podcast and listened to it on Spotify, let alone gave it 5-star reviews.
If you're not a major label band or have someone that has a lot of money and can dedicate the time to it, you know, when you release music, you know, you go to your distribution account and you have to pick the package that includes these services, you know. So you upload your songs and your album is going to go out to, you know, iTunes and all these other services. And, oh, you want to add Spotify. Oh, that's $4. Oh, you want to add, you know.
Yeah.
So now when you're Warner Brothers or, you know, when you're one of the big labels and you're releasing hundreds of major things, sure, it's going to be found everywhere. But when you're doing it yourself, I know my $80 a year to keep my stuff up there is well spent. Hey.
Hello, fellas.
Hey, what's up, Bo?
Hey, I saw you guys on. I wanted to hop in.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. I haven't got to tell you that yet. Welcome to the show, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry I missed the conversation.
What was that?
I said I'm sorry I
We're
missed
talking.
the conversation.
We were just talking. You know, music, new releases, what's out there, what platforms. You know, we're both Apple Music users.
I'm the odd man out. I do the Spotify.
Yeah, we need to get John in here too, because
John is on Spotify.
yeah, John is. Well, yeah, he's big into what instrument does he play?
Guitar.
Oh, so guitar.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a rock blues.
Yeah,
like, he's really good.
I wasn't sure if he played bass or not, but it's guitar. So
yeah.
If you need a guitar, you can hit up John.
He's good.
Yeah.
Send me some tracks and mix them together, and I'll put some bass down.
Yeah. We definitely need to get the two of you on together at the same time. I think it'll be a good pair.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it's good that we have all these overlapping interests because we can all interact with things. It's like a cool little team that we built.
Yeah, we got that little Venn diagram where we overlap.
Right. You know, because I could talk about movies and TV shows all day, and you can too. And so it's like, I don't know, we all dabble in different things.
Plus, John loves his indie horror stuff.
Yeah.
He just watches about every horror movie you can think of.
Yeah. And
So I have a couple of friends that used to go or still do to all those horror conventions and watch all the trauma films and all that, and that's a fun thing to go to. But I have some friends that are really into it. You know, they go to every one that's around, meet all the different movie, different actors and actresses and whatnot.
Yeah, they look so fun. There's a guy I met. He used to have a podcast, and he was I think he's like a driver for like all the celebrities and stuff, the celebrity handler to get them from point A to point B to these conventions. He hangs out with the coolest fucking people. And he's got all these
a ton of stories.
He does, man. That dude is so cool. Shout out to Lance. If you're watching, Lance, you're awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, we should get him on the show. He has like a ton of stories. But yeah, he's always hanging out with all these cool celebrities, and I'm just like, and I mean cool. I don't mean like, the people that you would actually want to meet.
Right.
Not like your Brad Pitts and your Tom Cruises, and people like, like Felicia Harding from Sleepaway Camp and all that stuff. Just good stuff.
Yeah.
Good people. Oh, what's his name? I can't think of his name now. The bad guy from Commando, and he was on Power Rangers. And Mad Max. What is his name? I can't think of his name, but he hangs out with that dude. That dude seems like a blast to hang out with.
I was gonna say, I know it's not Mel Gibson.
Yeah, no, no, I don't know. I don't know if Mel Gibson hangs out with anybody nowadays.
I don't think he does either.
Yeah, he'll get behind the camera, but
what was the Violent Night? Or no, that was
Violent Night, Deadly Night, the one that the guy from Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, no,
what's his name?
that's Stranger Things. There was one that Mel Gibson did. Oh, Fat Man. It was just called Fat Man.
Oh, okay.
And
I was thinking of the one. What's the other one? Violent Night with the guy from Stranger Things. That one. Okay.
Yep, it's
right.
Violent Night. I want to see that one, but I also want to see. I also want to see the Fat Man. He's just called Fat Man, but he's Santa Claus, and he goes around and kicks butt. I guess.
Really? Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was like, wait, is that Mel Gibson as Santa Claus? What's this?
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
He's also got that one where I haven't seen it, the one with Jodie Foster directed, I think, where he has like a beaver hand puppet that he communicates with.
Oh, I don't know.
And that seems like a wacky movie.
Is it like a psychology thing, or is he like deranged and that's
I think
a real
it's like
thing that he talks to?
I think it's like a dramedy.
Okay.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm looking it up right now. Here. We have an internet. Oh, maybe.
And we sit there. I wonder what the name of that thing is.
Have you seen What About Bob with Bill Murray? Have you seen that movie?
Oh, I've seen that a bajillion
exactly.
times.
So just with the puppets, whenever he wants to have a family, let's have a heart-to-heart, and they use the puppets instead.
Oh, geez.
The Beaver.
Oh.
That's the name of the movie.
The Beaver.
The Beaver.
Well, I guess you get to a point in your career, like a Mel Gibson, you've done everything.
Yeah, there really
You've also done a lot of things that have gotten you publicly shamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else could you do? Hey,
It always makes it rough when you have like a really talented person. Like he's an amazing director. He's an amazing actor. So it always makes it difficult to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
I know people are going to have a hard time with Ezra Miller, like with that Flash movie coming out. It's like, I kind of want to see that Flash movie, but Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
People don't have a hard time, it seems, with Michael Jackson, though. But everybody else, if they've done anything bad, they're gone. But somehow Michael Jackson, it's okay. It's just Michael.
Well, yeah. I'll defend Michael. There's no hard evidence. We have an actual recording of Mel Gibson going off.
Well,
I think that's the difference. We have actual video evidence.
I don't know if my mom's still in here listening, but she has a grudge against Brad Pitt, I think.
Oh, really? What's the grudge against Brad?
Oh, just because he's a home wrecker.
Oh yeah, he did kind of casually just kind of get away with that, didn't he? It's like you had an affair on the set of a movie and you admit to it, but everybody still likes Brad.
Yep.
And who who was it that he cheated on? Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie?
He was.
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry, I saw myself blip.
I think
with Aniston.
Yeah.
I think with Jennifer Aniston, they were a couple, but I think with Angelina Jolie, he just was like in the back seat.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah.
He didn't have a say in anything. It's
we're going out now. Okay.
All right. Oh, we're going to adopt 7 more children. All right. Bring them on in.
Yeah. I don't think she likes Angelina Jolie either. So just
it's understandable.
Throwing out grudges.
That's another hard one. There's a couple actors like that. What is it? Ethan Hawke. I think he cheated on. What's her name? Oh my God! Why can't I ever do names?
She says, "I also have a grudge against Tom Cruise because he thinks he's God."
I'm right with you. Right with you. He thinks he's going to get his own planet. The Scientology.
Yeah. Well, what is that? What is that? Scientology?
Let me tell you that. When I was in New York, I went down. Like I said, we talked about this last time. I went down Broadway, and there was a Scientology headquarters, and it just looked ridiculous, the books and stuff. So I took my phone and took a picture, and I just hear no photos. And I'm looking around like, what?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Was
So,
it
yeah.
broadcast
Tom
into your
Cruise.
ear?
No, I just think there were speakers and cameras everywhere. But
I can't remember what
yeah,
comedian.
Tom Cruise, man, that he's just nuts.
Yeah, there was a comedian that said, I don't remember who it is for the life of me, but he's like, if you can remember when a religion started, it's not a religion. Like we were all, Dianetics. We remember those Dianetic, those commercials from back in the day and stuff. It's yeah. That's my problem again. Tom Cruise, he's just so likable though, but he is.
I mean, his movie. That's the thing. His movies are great. I mean,
I love Mission Impossible so much. I love
right,
I love
but at the
everything
same
Mission
time,
Impossible.
it's like if his character maybe gets a couple extra bruises, that's cool.
Oh, I guess nobody's like, oh no, not Tom Cruise when he broke his ankle doing that stunt.
Well, what about he does his own stunt, but yeah, there's in Last Samurai when he's getting his butt kicked by this other samurai. I think it wasn't Ken Watanabe, but what's his name?
I know.
I forget his name.
Me and Renee had the same problem. We both. I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
He was in the latest John Wick.
Oh, that guy with the thing.
Yeah,
does that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, I will find
him.
His name.
He's such a good actor, though.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That dude is great.
How can we forget?
And that dude needs to. Okay, he needs to be in a Predator movie set in feudal Japan, where he's a disgraced samurai that's defending, some sort of mission, and he has to redeem himself by killing this predator. And I think that would be amazing. I'd
pay
pay
twice
to
for
see
it.
that.
What if he wakes up one morning and he is the predator?
Oh, well, no.
And he has that internal conflict because he still has to do predator things. Or they're going to know. The other predators are going to know.
You got to be up in the trees clicking and being all invisible.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting to see a perspective from the predator. I think probably
almost touched on that.
Predators have feelings, man.
Yeah, I think they kind of did in the movie Predators.
Yeah,
I think
that was like we got a taste of it, but we didn't get enough of it. And plus,
Right.
it was like modern day people.
Yeah,
but I really like the idea of that movie. Just that third act, just where it kind of faltered.
Yeah,
I agree with it's Zach who pointed. I agree with Zach from the show. It was like you expected the main predator for them to be battling, teaming up with the humans and battling all these super predators, and they don't really do that. And it's like, that would have been cool to see.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know. I still like those movies.
Yeah,
I liked the newest movie, the Prey.
That's the thing. They pretty much. That's what people want. I think people just want to see the time period stuff like they do in the comics.
Yeah,
like they've been doing in the comics for decades now. Just I think people just want that. They don't want like a storyline or anything. They just throw them in a different time setting.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting.
We need has there been a Predators in space?
Well, sort of. I mean, it was towards the end of the Alien vs. Predator where they show that the alien is like giving birth or the not giving birth, but the bursting,
making
he's
another
a chest burster and he bursts from the chest. But that's on the ship.
Yeah.
So there's a predator on a ship, or there's an alien on a ship full of predators.
That's
so
about as good as we got.
Yeah, that's as close as we got to it.
Because the next movie, it's like, oh, they're going to be on their planet battling somewhere. It's like, no, they just get dropped back on Earth.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
now they're going after the Amish.
Yeah. You know what? I'd pay twice to see that. Jebediah versus a predator.
It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that would be funny.
He's mine at sundown.
I was thinking like Pilgrims, and it's just like Okay, so they're fighting Indians and pilgrims and all that stuff.
There's so many different timelines they could do. That's what
Totally. The Predator, think about it. The Predator goes back in time to Plymouth Rock. And the first Thanksgiving is threatened. That's it.
Oh, goodness.
Make the call, Dustin.
Yeah,
they're defeated with pox blankets.
Pox blankets, yep.
Too soon.
That's so brutal, but so true.
Well, we're not going to give too much away, but it was the pox blankets only because they were trying to hide under them, not realizing they were pox blankets. But
it's okay.
You got to have a teachable moment in every situation.
Well, that's the woke agenda for you.
Well, think about it. You got Disney owns. That's so weird to think about it. Disney owns the Predator now, so they could do. I still would like to see a full-fledged Batman versus Predator movie. Just adapt.
Oh, that would be cool,
dude.
That fan film's great. It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough. But then it cuts off right when it's like getting juicy, and it's like, oh man, the alien drops down, and it's just like, oh yeah, he's gonna kick some alien butt.
That's one of the greatest fan films ever.
It is. Yeah, that one I think is especially fantastic. So anyway, I watched that one, and this is what led me onto this tangent. I watched that, and then I saw a trailer for World's Finest, which had that same actor as Batman.
Yeah.
And it had this other dude who is the guy we were just talking about.
Oh yeah, he's the Chad dude now.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
Whatever,
not like the famous Chad, but like the uncaring meme Chad dude.
Yeah. Oh, geez, what's his name? I have to look it up. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Is that the same dude that was in like Street Fighter and stuff?
I don't think so.
It's not.
So where was this in the chat?
Oh, we could just look at World's Finest.
Oh yeah, I suppose I could search.
How's this? For
yeah. So his name, Mike O'Hearn, and
Mike
so
O'Hearn.
it was talking about because I saw that trailer and I'm like, oh man, that World's Finest, because it's just a really short fan film. Like it's just basically like, not Kevin Conroy, but the Batman and Superman together, World's Finest, and it's just like, that's cool. I want to see that. Well, so anyway, I went and looked, and it's like, the Barbarian. Mike O'Hearn does for the Barbarian what Conan did for Barbarian, and it's like, it's gonna be so cool and epic. And I'm just like, I was like, all right, sure. This is back when I had a Blockbuster account, so I just picked it up and checked it out. No worries. And I get home and watch it, and my buddy Aaron and I were like, "What the heck is this movie?" Okay, so it starts out and it's just this Mike O'Hearn. He's just chopping rocks, just absolutely obliterating rocks with the sword, and it's just like, ooh, okay, that's cool. So far, so good. But then it immediately cuts to this like girl who's like in the woods, and there's these dudes picking on her, and Mike O'Hearn just comes in and just punches the crap out of the dudes, and he's just like, yeah, and she's just like, what do you want? She's like growling at him. She's tied to this rock, and she's like growling at him like, and her little Ewok buddy is over, like they're crouching around. She's not an actual Ewok, but she's hunched over and all furry, like a familiar or something. But she's all hunched over and furry, and she's growling at him. And I'm like thinking, like, what the heck? I'm looking at my buddy Aaron, and he's just like, we're like, what on earth is going on? And and he's just like, so he unties her, and she's like, what do you want? And he's like, what every man wants. And so then she just lays down, and the two of them have sex.
Yeah, that just sounds like Conan the Barbarian.
It's just like, what the heck is this?
It's like every Conan movie, about every 20 minutes, Conan lays down with a woman.
And then throws her into the fire.
Yeah, they're disposable to Conan.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I was just like, what the heck is this? So it's like we fast forward a little bit, and then it's like a harem full of just girls like laying around and like being lazy bums, whatever harems do, whatever they do in those places. But anyway,
Harem. It's a harem?
yeah, something like that. Harem.
Yeah, that's the word I was wanting. Thank you. Look at
It's a group
that.
of women that are there for bad things.
Yes, exactly. It's basically like a whorehouse, but like back in the day.
I'm
And
laughing. Wait a minute, real quick. There's a forum here that's called "Why Do People Think Mike O'Hearn is an Actor?"
What do they? So I don't know. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm sorry. Continue.
So anyway, it just goes to that where they're like, I don't know. It's never like a full on boobies. It's just like a half boobie that's like scantily clad women, I should say, but like that's all the revealing it is. So we're like, okay, fast forward some more, and it's just like, I don't know. We at that point we were like so blown away that this movie sucked so bad. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this movie, and we just returned it and called it a day. I didn't even have the decency to back it up, if you know what I mean, on my hard drive, because I used to back up movies, in case Blockbuster ever went out of business.
I like to back up movies.
Back up. I didn't even bother doing that because it was like, I was like, this movie's so terrible, I'm not even going to do it. Did the same thing with Barbed Wire. I was like, this movie is horrible, even though it had Pamela Anderson in it.
What a weird! I can't believe that actually happened. It's like a loose remake of Casablanca. It's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know, but
yeah, he's been on soap operas too.
Yeah, he was on Days of Our Lives, I think.
Yeah, he's window dressing, as they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he was on the episode of It's Always Sunny. Every single thing, it's like he was either a bodybuilder or.
Speaking of Always Sunny, that new season's coming out.
I know. I'm so excited. I thought that I didn't know if that show was coming back or not.
I know. I didn't think it was, because I mean it's been so long.
But yeah, I'm glad it's coming back.
Do we know when?
I'll tell you.
All right.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Who's our stat
Dude,
person?
That,
who's there in the control booth that we can throw it to?
Oh, I can do it.
No, we need interns. All the big podcasts have interns.
We do it for free.
We
are the interns.
Right.
I said we are the interns.
June 7th.
June 7th.
June 7th.
Yeah, that's not far at all.
Yeah, that's right around the corner. I'm excited for that then.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, I think, they've already confirmed they're going to be guest stars.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know what they're going to do with them, but that'll be funny.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle, then that would be great. If he could combine that character with Walt,
Breaking Bad,
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to expect some sort of Breaking Bad thing, so that's why I don't think it's going to be that at all.
Yeah.
I think they're going to come out of left field with it. I just don't know what they're going to do because I never know what those guys are going to do on that show.
No kidding. They have a weird show. I don't know. I think
that's a show that I'd love to just sit and watch a writer session on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Impractical Jokers. Have you guys ever seen that?
No,
I know of it.
Can't stand that show.
Really? I just think it would be
show.
so. It's like they're up there. Like half of them are like in weird moment, and they're like, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it." And it's just like, "Are you kidding? You don't know these people. I would do it every time. I don't care if I get punched." It's like I would do it just for the shock value, because I mean they're gonna tell them afterwards. That's like the protocol. They tell them afterwards, like, "Oh, okay, well, this is a show. This was a joke." You know, they've shown that stuff, but.
So can we confirm that you're going to start doing live action pranks that we can tell you to do?
I would.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean, like you pretty much just volunteered yourself to do it.
I have a list ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that if they invited me to come do Impractical Jokers.
No,
would
we're
be a
going to
guest star
just
on the
have you
show.
do it. We're just it's going to just be an offshoot, a little segment that we do every now and then with you. I mean, you have to have a reel that you can give to them to say, "Look at my work."
Right.
If you really want to do, so we have to do a bunch.
I'm an actor.
Yes.
Or you have to pronounce the G on every word. Singer.
Actor.
Yep. I don't know. That's funny.
But what did I miss? Did anybody else watch the new Scream yet?
I have not.
No.
No, I have not.
I have. We should come back to that. I have opinions.
Okay, well, you can give them to me. I don't care.
Oh no, it's like absolutely. It would be spoiler filled.
Okay, well, we'll throw up a banner and say spoilers for.
Well, I don't want to spoil it in case you guys want to watch it. I know Zach doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't care at all either because
I'm good with it.
I haven't even watched. I think I've watched Scream 1. So I haven't even watched them recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm behind.
All right.
I've seen them all.
All right.
I just haven't seen this newest one.
Because it's just a quick thing. Put it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
Warn
Where to
people.
go?
Look away.
Banners. Okay. Then.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, we're fixing to
Yes.
talk about the new Scream.
Yes, we're fixing to do that.
Spoilers.
Okay, well, it's not. Okay, here's the edit button. Okay. Spoilers for
Boy, there's a universe I want to see crossover.
Scream.
Star Wars and Scream.
Hey, tomorrow. May the 4th be with
May
you.
the 4th,
Yeah, it
yeah.
is.
Beware spoilers for Scream.
Okay.
All right. Commence
So-
opinion.
The movie starts off really great because the killer is like a they're presented as somebody who's just absolutely brutal. They're not playful. They're just wrecking people.
Uh-huh.
Even like collateral damage people, just people. But none of the major characters get killed off. Not a single one.
Are you what?
Not everybody makes it out, and it's crazy because they think that's like if they point it out and it's like commentary, it's like, oh, that's a franchise now, so you can just kind of make up the rules. And I was like, no, you're contradicting yourself. The beginning of this movie, that's what I wanted.
Right.
I want to
Has
lose
that
like
ever
3
happened?
people.
Has that ever, I mean, can you think of a movie where that's ever happened?
I think that's why they're doing it, because it's something, it's never been done, and they do something like that with the killers. Sorry, spoiler on that. But it's like, I was like, wow, they just said like, oh, because nobody's done this, so it's okay. And I'm like, no.
Well, I think certain things have made it out of, but
I can't say it wasn't not entertaining. That's the bad part. It was very entertaining. Okay. It's just, it was a lot of filler, and nobody major died off. So I was like,
yeah. So there wasn't a clear grudge like with the first ones where it's like, oh, I'm thinking
we're in like some weird territory where like if somebody got stabbed like 2-3 times in those old movies, they'd be dead.
Yeah.
But you got like people getting stabbed like 18, 19 times, just gang raped with a knife. And they're like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's okay. Just get me to the hospital. I'm like, okay. No, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese movies and Machine Girl, 8,000 rounds into the guy's chest, but he's still fighting.
I'm telling you, at least 3 people should be like, you would look at them and like, there's no way you survive that. You're dead.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I've seen horror movies like that. It's like, okay, you should clearly be dead. There's no way you got up from that.
Because it was so fun. They took it, they took it out of Woodsboro again, and they put it in the big city, and again, the killer's just going around just out in public, just trying to kill these people in front of everybody. I'm like, this is great. And then you look back on it, you're like, there was like no consequences to any of this. Everybody's fine.
Yeah, that reminds me of your book. As
What?
far as like the brutal.
Oh, I thought you meant because it was unfair, and I'm like, oh, no, people died, man.
Yeah, no, just because it was you. I don't know. You had described it as being brutal.
I like when people do. I don't know. I like to see that more because it raises the stakes.
It does. It does.
I feel like that's what's wrong with that last season of Stranger Things.
I feel like
you got 18 kids and none of them died.
Yeah. None of them died.
Yeah,
Not even partially. Yeah, it's like there has to be that shock and awe. Like if you're not saying like, "Oh, holy shit, just got owned."
Yeah.
If you're not saying that at least once during a horror movie, then it's not gonna be good.
Yeah. That's what I liked about Scream 2 because they killed Randy. He was like the comedy relief.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, you just killed the comedy relief in a movie.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't see that coming. And now I don't know who's going to live and die. I honestly don't know because you just broke the rules.
Yeah.
But no, but it's different. So it's supposed to be good, I guess.
I don't know.
The old defined expectations excuse.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not keen on that.
I think it's good when you actually can do it, but there's not a lot of people that can do it.
Yeah.
Because you still got to follow you adhere to the rules of writing. It's still got to be a good story.
Yeah.
And actually have meaning and everything. So anyway, yeah, it's on Paramount Plus. If you want to watch it, watch it.
You think that's it for the franchise, or will there be more because they've left them all alive?
Oh no, they totally set up to do another one. There's no way. Absolutely. I think they'll do it. Plus, I think that last one made pretty good bank. But those movies still make good money.
Yeah, they do.
Because they're just fun. They're just fun horror movies.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's literally half the movies I end up watching because it's like, oh, this is just a one-off. They'll just be entertaining, and you can entertain and be done. So I don't know.
But percentage-wise, like Scream, it is like one of the better franchises.
Yeah.
It's like that, and nobody never talks about Final Destination. I think Final Destination has a good track record. I don't think there was one of those I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, I haven't seen the newest one.
They're all pretty good. It's weird. They found like a good middle ground on those.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the time of the year they release it and stuff like that. Like, hey, we do really well in this category, like hitting this mark. I think we need to stick with that. It's like, I get it.
As long as they're creative with their like Rune Goldberg machines of death, like that's what people are going to see for anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Saw recently, but
I don't know. I kind of got sick of those.
Yeah.
I
think I got sick
after the second one. I made it to 2, and that was it.
Yeah.
Just like The Purge. You can only. The Purge had so many good possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And they just pumped them out. And it just could have been much different. They could have, they could have gone a different route.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I didn't hear good things about that last Purge anyway.
Yeah,
I feel like The Purge is like it was I think like those first 3 are pretty solid, but then just leave it alone.
Yeah.
But they wanted to go back.
Yeah, I hear that.
Well,
anyway.
I came in at the end. At least I got in a little bit of time, but I don't want to keep anybody.
Yeah. I know you have things you got to do.
Yeah, I gotta bounce.
Well, I'm glad
But,
glad to get to do some time with you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny. I told Dustin, it's like we've messaged back and forth and shared stupid videos and jokes back and forth forever, but never actually spoke and met. So
cool.
Definitely glad to be here. It sounds fun. It's been fun. And
yeah,
yeah, you're great host, man.
Yeah, next
Very
time I'll be bringing in some. Hopefully, there'll be some new music releases out there to talk about in the hard rock to metal category. And don't forget the movie Caveman.
Yes,
it's on YouTube.
Caveman.
Ringo Starr. Just search Ringo Starr Caveman and enjoy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
I missed
check
that
out.
part, but just the idea.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
have to
check
look
that out.
up.
Yeah, there's a trailer in here that I could show you after we're done here. But yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it was fun, and yeah, you check out Our Last Night, music wise, and
I will check that out tonight, and I will talk
nice.
to you guys everywhere else.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Until next time. Maybe. Can I get it?
Push the button, Frank.
All right. Until next time.
Do
Peace
it.
out.
Do it.